Well, nice job by Anna. I just want to apologize. We're having internet issues here in Gdansk. We're happy to be back on now. You're watching live coverage of the week number 6 here in Gdansk, junior women's short program. Anna Lekvets of Kazakhstan just skated a really nice program. There's the triple Lutz. Gets the free lay back for the double toe loop. And sets up the triple flip here. Maybe a little under in rotation. Let's see. It looks okay. I think the judges are taking a look at it right now, or the technical panel rather. And double axel right into this flying sit spin. No problem there. Just continues on. Straight up, straight down. Side position on the free leg. Nicely centered. Stays right in one spot. Level 4. Flying sit spin with a plus GOE of 0.60. So nice quality spins. Beautiful Bielman at the end of the layback spin as well. So good spinner. Jumps accomplished. Could always use a little bit more speed, a little bit more expression, those type of details, but just 14 years old, so lots of work still yet to be done, but great start. Well, glad to be back online. Sorry about the misconnection on the internet issues that we had early on. We seem to be up and running now. 28 women in the short program. There'll be 5 groups, 2 ice resurfacing, and some really fine skating all the way through these 28 women. It's amazing when one thinks about that. The big jump used to be the triple Lutz for a woman, and now it's like everyone has it. Now the sport has changed and will continue to change. Well, let's take a look at the short program scores for Anna. 44.03, that's second in the short program so far. A little fist bump there from the coach. She is currently in second place. Matthew Leong Xiaoying, 40.33 personal best 2 years ago in Enya Neumark on the Junior Grand Prix. Skating now to Hallelujah.
Dziękujemy zawodniczce. Wystąpiła dla Państwa reprezentantka Hongkongu, Yu.
Well, the triple flip was a good attempt for Hu Yao. You can see it's a relatively new jump, so it's not quite as tight in the air as the triple toe loop. We'll look at both those jumps in just a few moments. So just learning to put that more difficult element into the program. Problem, of course, was the popped axle, and we'll see what happens on that. Here's the opening triple toe, double toe combination. Good speed coming in. Nice pick. Nice and tight and straight and strong in the air. So really nice combination. Need to convert that on the flip. This got a little open and loose in the air. You can see the legs a little further apart. Downgraded actually in the judging system. But you need to get it out in competition, and so good effort to do so. Here's Ina Bauer. Let's see what happens on this takeoff. This is nice. This just popped up open right there. Did not convert over into rotation position. Legs just got too far apart and couldn't pull them together to start to spin in the air. Layback spin at the end of the program. Only level 1. So didn't get the haircut of probably 8 maybe. Again, a lot of these skaters, and said this through the Junior Grand Prix series so far, many of these skaters are absolutely new to us and new to the Junior Grand Prix, so not bringing a huge amount of experience into the competition, and that, of course, many times affects the performance.
The score is. Zawodniczka uzyskała za swój przejazd 35.
Short program score 35.81, and that'll put Yu Yao into third place.
From Hong Kong, China has earned in the short program 35.81 total points. She is currently in third place. Mamy powitanie reprezentantkę Polski. Next to skate, representing Poland,
Veronica Ferlin, 13 years old, skating to Loyal, Brave, True from Milan.
Tell me
dla Państwa reprezentantka Polski, Weronika Ferry.
Well, what great experience for Veronica to compete here at the Junior Grand Prix in front of home family right here in Gdansk. Opens up with the double axel. Arms go back, free leg forward. Nice. He timed. Could tighten up a little bit in the air, but certainly all the way around, no problem. Here's the triple salchow. And too far back and not right on top of the skate. Free leg got stuck in front. You got to push that free leg back as early as you can to stabilize that landing. And double flip a little bit later. Nice 3 turns and some moves or steps coming into that. No problem. Nice soft knees. Here's the change combination spin level 4. Good work on that camel position. Get the free leg up a little higher and turn the toe out, and some little cleanup details like that, but that'll come in time. They look easy, but they're not. There's so many details to even just your ankle turned up or your toe turned up. And you can't see sometimes the part of the body that the coach is talking to you about. You can't even feel it. So it takes time to connect your mind with each part of the body that needs work. A nice ending slide towards the judges. As you can see, smiling eyes. Now the program is done, and it's a great experience. It all starts here.
Zawodniczka uzyskała za swój przejazd 36 punktów i 76.
Well, 36.77. That'll put Veronica currently into 3rd place.
From Poland has earned in the short program 36.77 total points. She is currently in 3rd place. A ja na rozgrzewkę zapraszam kolejne zawodniczki. The following skaters may now take the ice for 6 minutes warm-up time. From Bulgaria, Maria Manova.
And here's a look at the start order for the group just being announced onto the ice.
From Republic of Korea, Hye-Soo Han. Starting number 7, Min Chae Kim has withdrawn from the competition.
And as I mentioned, Min Chae withdrawing. Min Chae Kim from Korea withdrawing because of a back injury. We wish her the very best recovery and health. What these skaters do is pretty physically demanding, and sometimes you tweak a muscle or a ligament or something, and best to be safe. It's been a long journey to come all the way to Gdansk from Korea, and so no question she'll be a little disappointed, but health is first. So we have 4 skaters. Min Chae Kim from Korea is out of this group. I'd like to thank all the viewers from around the world. We're pleased to announce that we met the 100,000 subscriptions to our YouTube channel. It's a great accomplishment for the team here that works so hard, and the ISU and the media team there. And we thank all the viewers for signing up to subscribe to the Junior Grand Prix YouTube channel, where you get notifications when we go live and start orders, so you can follow your favorite skater just a little closer. If you can ask me any question that you would like check the Instagram stories at ISU Figure Skating. Let us know where you're watching from, and shout outs, we'll get them on air. Only 2 weeks left on the Junior Grand Prix. Skating season started. Oberstdorf, of course, the Olympic qualifying competition happened last weekend, along with Ljubljana, week number 5. And some Senior B Challenger events happening around the world as well. It's not quite like it was before COVID, but we're getting back, learning to cope and adapting and adjusting. It's just great to be back on the ice and see these skaters pursue their goals and their dreams. It's interesting here in Gdansk, they have the short track boards up, so there's a huge gap between distance between the coach and the skater, probably about 3 feet perhaps. It doesn't look like it from the camera, but it's like the Olympic Games where they have the figure skating rink and the short track speed skating rink the same, and they just keep the boards in, shortens the rink in width just a little bit, but you might be able to catch that, see that on some of the shots. They had the European Short Track Championship here in Gdansk and just decided to leave the boards in, and you can see the branding there. There's a look at the start order, or the results, sorry, so far for this competition. You can see Min Chae Kim from Korea withdrawn. Group number 2, 4 skaters on the ice about to skate.
Your warm-up is ended. Would you please leave the ice? Powitajmy reprezentantkę Bułgarii. Next to skate, representing Bulgaria, Maria Manova.
Well, our next competitor comes from Bulgaria, Maria Manova, 15 years old. Second Junior Grand Prix season, 33.31 personal best 2 years ago, skating short program to interrupted flight.
Смешно, не правда ли смешно, смешно? А он шутил, не дошутил, не дораспробовал вино и даже не допригубил. Он пока лишь затеял спор, неуверенно и не спеша, словно капельки пота и спор,
Wystąpiła dla Państwa
Well, 15-year-old Maria Manova from Bulgaria. Pretty good skate. Too bad about the triple flip. Looked to have it, just slipped off the edge. And for a lot of these skaters, getting into the triple flip and triple lutz is moving into the next category of difficult jumps. And they have an opportunity to present them or try them out here in junior competition. As I mentioned, many skaters, such a wide range of abilities in the Junior Grand Prix. Let's take a look. Triple toe loop, double toe. Good speed off the takeoff, nice and tight in the air. No problem for that combination. Let's see what happens here in the flip. Entering with a mohawk. Looks to have it, and then just too far back in the heel. Doesn't push the free leg back. You get that free leg back, you'll stand up for sure. There's the double axel, a little scratchy coming in, but gets it done. Triple flip, of course, was downgraded, landing forward. There's the flying sit spin right up into a side position feature. Flying sit in at level 4, but all 4 features on that, of course, and layback spin. Just a level 2 at the end of the program, missing 2 features. There's so many details that the skater has to think of at this stage of development. Sometimes they're able to do a level 4 layback, for instance, easily, but they short a feature or get a little bit late in the program and don't execute all the detail. But some good experience gained here for Maria and for all the skaters. Many of these skaters just 13, 14, 15 years of age, and so they have years to develop and turn into senior athletes who we'll see on the senior circuit hopefully in the future. Short program scores for Maria Manova from Bulgaria, 37.78. That will put Maria into 3rd place. There's a look at your top 5 leaderboard so far.
She is currently in 4th place.
Well, our next skater represents Mongolia.
Next skate representing Mongolia,
Michelle, 15 years old, first Junior Grand Prix season, 2nd event, 23rd in Krasnoyarsk a couple weeks ago. Born in Jefferson in the United States, 17.02 personal best, skating to Singing in the Rain.
Wystąpiła dla Państwa Michelle Odkopata, reprezentantka Mongolii.
Well, no question for Michelle coming off the ice, probably a little disappointed. No matter what stage of development you're at, you have your mind set on certain goals you want to achieve. And that first combination just popped into a single toe loop and a couple other falls that were probably not normal in practice session for sure. And just having good basic skating skills, you can see here, just picked and popped open, didn't convert over into a spinning position for the air. Here's the double flip, leans forward and collapses down. A little bit later, the axle was okay, gets that done. But when you come into the competition with you not having the basic skating skills enough so that you feel really secure, then you're apprehensive with everything, for skating, for jumping, for spinning. And when it starts to go wrong, then you lose your confidence and all sorts of things happen. And that's the great thing about the Junior Grand Prix is we have such a wide range of skaters in their development. They all want to be here. They all try their best, but certainly some have more experience and facilities and opportunities than others. Her personal best was 17.02. With unfortunately a couple falls that may not achieve that here, but experience gained again. He did this interview with South African skater last week. He talked a lot about the fear of coming to competition and looking around you and seeing how good other skaters are and wondering whether you belong or not, and then having the pure joy of skating. We hope to get that interview up this week on YouTube. It's really good. The young man was so brilliant and articulate. He talked about the challenge, the battle between wanting to be part of it and wondering whether you were. 12.27 for the short program for Michelle. And that will put her currently into 7th place.
Short program, 12 points, 0.27. She is currently in 7th place. A my powitajmy reprezentantkę Chorwacji. Next to skate, representing Croatia, Marina.
Well, Mary, 13 years old, coached by Oksana Gorbachev, skating the short program here this afternoon to Voila.
Écoutez-moi, moi la chanteuse à demi. Parlez de moi, à vos amours, à vos amis. Parlez-leur de cette fille aux yeux noirs et de son rêve fou. Moi ce que je veux, c'est écrire des histoires qui arrivent jusqu'à vous. C'est tout. Voilà, voilà, voilà qui je suis. Me voilà, mais aussi, mes amis.
Marinak, Chorvatia.
Well, nice job by 13-year-old Mary. Some good levels on the elements and everything that was on the planned program sheet. Mary accomplished. Step sequence probably wanting a little bit higher level. That was just level 1, but 3s and 4s on the spins. Let's take a look at the elements. Here's the triple salchow. Watch that right leg lift her straight up in the air. Gets the pick in for the double toe loop. Nicely done. Double axel. Right arm back. Sails her off the end of the edge. There's a little bracket here. And a little move. And into the flying sit spin. Watch for the change of edge here. But she's traveling backwards. Back inside edge. Switch the weight to forward outside. That's a feature. Not easy to do, and it's really subtle. It's hard to see from a distance. And it's such an interesting look to the spin. They can only use it once in the program, of course, so she chose to use it on the sit spin. And here's double flip a little bit later in the program, hands above the head, a little too far forward. Got some good height on that, and I think it was a little higher than normal. And some of the steps, as I mentioned, just in at a level 1, so missing a number of features and a little loss of balance right at the end. Nice job. Wow, they always have all their friends and school friends, colleagues, family, and the club, skating club, back home watching, and this is always a fun moment after they skated to be in the kiss and cry and say hi to all their friends and family back home. Short program score 40.23, and that'll put Mary currently into 3rd place. Little side fist pump there, pleased with that score. And there's a look at your top 5 leaderboard standings so far. Well, our next skater comes from Korea, Hee Soo-han, 13 years old, first junior Grand Prix event, born in Panju City. The Koreans have done extremely well in the junior Grand Prix this season. They're powerful, they're strong, and they're quick and agile. Skating to concerto for violin. Hee-Soo Han from Korea. What a lovely skater. Too bad about the second triple toe loop. We'll see what happens. I think a little too far back on the blade. But some beautiful moves in the step sequence. Step sequence in at level 3, and that's good for junior. All the spins at level 4. So the quality, the GOE is there. Just 13 years old. And the basic quality of spinning and skating skills and jumping. Here's the first triple toe loop. Nice, no problem, reloads. Yeah, on the lean, too far back and on leaning to the inside. So not right on top of the skate for the landing. Here's the triple flip. Watch the landing. All the way in that, not even reviewed. Nice and clear and clean. Right up into the flying sit spin. So nice transitions out of that triple flip into the flying sit. Straight line, straight leg, and then the tuck position in at a level 4 with a plus GOE 0.63. He's nicely centered, good speed. Ina Bauer right up into the double axel. Tight curve right there off the end of the edge. Nice soft knees in the landing as well. It's interesting in the steps here. Nice acceleration on that push. It's risky, but it adds a nice element to the step sequence, which is in at a level 3, and there's the end of the change combination spin at the end of the program, level 4, with a plus 1.05 for the GOE. So this should be a pretty good score. Probably take the lead. Nicely done. It's too bad about that triple toe loop. You can do that in warm up and practice, no problem. Just got away from it a little bit here in the competition. I'd like to congratulate the Korean Federation for all the fine work they're doing with their skaters with good basic skating skills, jumping skills, and nice to see a new generation, a next generation of young Korean skaters coming up. Pointed at the next Olympic Games after Beijing 2022, of course. Great short track country as well. So skating in the rinks, popular in Korea. Well, you can see good discussions going on between the coach and skater. Probably a little bit about the program. Such a difficult job coaching the skating. Just working with the minds. Let's take a look. 58.05. That's first in the short program. Nice job by Hee-Soo Han from Korea.
In the short program, 58.05 total points. She's currently in first place. Szanowni Państwo, nastąpi rozgrzewana ćwiczenie tam pilotowe. Kolejną rozgrzewkę rozpoczniemy o godzinie 12:29.
And there's a look at the standings. To a break during the ice resurfacing. We're going to send you off to learn a little bit about some of the elements in the repertoire of skaters. The Lutz jump and the upright spin. Take a look and enjoy.
Hello, I'm Fang Dan from the ISU Beijing Center of Excellence. I'm the ISU judge and international singles technical controller. Today, we are learning the Lutz jump. First, let's figure out what's Lutz jump. Lutz jump is a toe pick assist jump with an entrance from back outside edge. The beginners can practice on back outside curve exercise from 2 feet to 1 foot. Notice, before the toe pick, keep the left arm straight forward. Don't move the hip. Hold the toe pick leg, and the left arm and the left leg should rotate together as the skater takes off. Before learning double lutz, you can stand still, practice the toe pick rotating followed by backspin. These moves could help the skater find the center of rotation better. That's all for today. See you next time. Bye bye.
Hi everyone, my name is Johan and I'm coaching at the Center of Excellence in Prix, Switzerland. Today I will introduce you to the upright spin. In the spinning element we have three basic positions: the camel spin, the sit spin and the upright spin. The upright spin is one of the most important positions because it's a basic element and it will also help you to work on all your jumps for your rotation. Any position with the skating leg extended or slightly bent and is not a camel's position will be considered as an upright spin. For your upright spin, you have to be able to extend yourself as much as possible. If you do so, you will release some pressure on your blade and it will help you to turn faster. By doing this on your second foot, you will also work on your air position for all your jumps. So for all the basic position, you can have fun and do some difficult variation, as we say. So for the upright, we have the first one is when you bend forward and you keep your standing leg stretched. The second variation would be when you grab your foot and you go in front of you or on the side. The third difficult variation would be the Billman position. Do you know that the Billman position is named after Denise Billman, a Swiss skater? She was not the first one to perform it, but she improved the position and she showed it to the world. I hope you enjoy some input on the most important element in figure skating, the upright spin. Thank you so much for watching. Keep following our channels for other tips with the ISU Center of Excellence. Bye-bye!
Hi everyone, warm welcome from the ISU Center of Excellence in Prix, Switzerland. My name is Angelo Dolfini, I'm a figure skating coach and I will introduce you to a beautiful skating movement, the Ina Bauer. The Ina Bauer is a typical figure skating movement in which the skater glides on two parallel blades on the ice. The feet are in a position inspired by the fourth position of the ballet. The majority of the body weight will be on the forward leg, which leads the movement. For the particularly flexible skater, it will be possible to add a beautiful layback position with the upper body that will increase the visual effect. The forward leg is bent and can skate on both a forward inside or a forward outside edge. On the other hand, the backward leg is fully extended and will always skate on a backward inside edge. A tip to start getting familiar with this spectacular figure skating move is to start practicing the position of the Ina Bauer at the barrier. You can start focusing on your body weight placement and start trying to push your hips forward. You can add a little bit of layback with your back already if you feel comfortable with it. You can start to lean your body in this position, holding the barrier, finding the correct position and balancing with your body weight in order to find the proper placement. You can also start slowly to push your hips forward and gently backwards in a later position. You can use the Innenbauer as a choreographic movement during your program, or as a transition move into or out of a jump or a spin. You can also use the Innenbauer in a step sequence, or more likely in a choreo sequence element. Innenbauer is named after its creator, the German figure skater Innenbauer, who was competing at the international level during the 50s and who won 3 consecutive West German figure skating championships from 1957 to 1959. If you like this video, please leave us a comment, continue following our channel, and see you next time!
Welcome back, everyone, to Week 6 coverage of the ISU 2021 Junior Grand Prix. We're in Gdansk, Poland. Beautiful port city here in the Baltic Sea. There's a couple of our crew looking at some paintings right there. On the Olivia Arena, built in the early 1970s. It's an older style building, no question. They just had the European Short Tracks Championships in this facility. Of course, you can see the short track boards there, padded, so if there's any falls, it's going to be a nice soft hit into the boards. Shortens the rink, a little shorter, a little wider, but not too bad at all. Certainly not Olympic size, but big enough, that's for sure. Group number 3 taking to the ice.
From Russia, Sofia Akatieva. From Switzerland, Sarina Jost. From Poland, Karolina Białas. From Canada, Catherine Carl. From Chinese Taipei, Vera Xiaowei. And from United States.
And there's a look at the start order for group number 3, just announced. And here's a look at the standings so far after two groups of skaters. Top score so far, 58.05. I'm pretty sure the number of skaters will top that score in this group.
Skaters, there's 1 minute left in this warm-up.
Remember to follow us at Facebook and Instagram at ISU Figure Skating, and on YouTube at ISU Junior Grand Prix, and on Twitter at ISU_figure. Once again, want to thank all the viewers from around the world for getting us to the 100,000 subscription mark. It's quite an accomplishment for this group that's worked so hard on the Junior Grand Prix for the past 7 years. We thank, of course, the ISU media team, the great work they've done as well. It's been a great joy to follow juniors. Now when I watch the senior events, I see all the juniors that we covered, and it's so interesting to watch them grow up and see them change from juniors to seniors, and in some cases it's a pretty short period of time. These young successful junior skaters move right up into seniors, particularly in the women, and do very well very quickly. So here we go, group number 3. Well, there you can see our first skater, Sofia Akateva from Russia, winner in Krasnoyarsk, 14 years old. This is her first Junior Grand Prix season, second event. And she's going to start out with a triple axel, triple toe loop combination in the short program. Rare, particularly in juniors. Born in Moscow, coached by Eteri Tupuredze, Sergei Dudikov, choreographed by Daniel Gleikenkaus. 75.89 short program score from Krasnoyarsk. Sofia will skate to clouds, the mind on the wind, and smiles. Well, this was a more calm and confident Sofia Akateva from Russia. Skated great in Krasnoyarsk, but better here, in my mind. More patient, more connected to the music, more confident throughout the program. Really nicely done. Level 4 step sequence. We'll look at some of that. That's brilliant. Opens up with a triple axel, triple toe. Looks to be on the takeoff a little bit on the lean, but not really too bad. Right there. Gets the free leg out, reloads, triple toe loop, hands above the head. No problem. But such a difficult combination. Look at the feet. Nice and tidy. A little bit of blur there, but how quickly they get in and how quickly Sofia takes the free leg and pushes it behind. Here's the double axel, hands above the head, right into a nice falling leaf there. Just beautiful detail. Those small little items make the difference between top competitors. What you're doing going into the element and what you're doing going out. There's a back spiral into the triple flip with the hands above the head, stretches her up. Nice. And here's a look at some of the step sequence. Again, level 4, and you do not see level 4 step sequences that often in juniors. Beautiful moves, Ina Bauer, deep edges, nice sharp, clean turns, upper body movement, all the detail that you need to get a level 4 was patiently delivered by Sofia here this afternoon. And not a big smile, but a sigh of relief at the end of that program. Nicely done. Coach Sergei Dudikov, been on the Junior Grand Prix for all the competitions. I think this is his last week. Great job. Well, personal best was 75.89 in Krasnoyarsk. We'll see where this score is. There is a deduction, time violation on the scoring sheet here, so that will obviously impact the score. The program component scores in the 7s for skating skills, transitions, performance, choreography, interpretation. And of course, all these spins at a level 4, all the GOEs in the 1s except for 2 of the elements. So you'll see a good score here from Sofia. 71.91 for the short program that puts Sofia Akateva from Russia currently into first place.
Reprezentantka Szwajcarii. Next to skate, representing Switzerland, Serena Jo.
15-year-old Serena Jo, coached by Georgi Chipper. First Junior Grand Prix event.
Sarina Jost, Švajcaria.
Really like the keenly focused attention to detail by Serena here. Aware and alert throughout the program. The choreography wasn't just done, it was done with a purpose. I know that sounds crazy, but quite often a skater will just do it because the choreographer told him to do it. But with Serena, you can see her eyes are focused. She knows where the judging panel is. Here's the triple Lutz. Reloads. Tries to get down low enough to get around that triple toe loop. Downgraded, in fact, but good attempt. We'll see that landing. Here's the triple Lutz. That's okay. Right here, lands forward. Didn't get the height. You can see lower than the triple Lutz and not all the way around. That's okay. Comes back with the triple flip. It's on the quarter. And then some nice moves and choreography into the flying sit spin. Straight up and down. Flying sit is in at a level 4 with a small plus GOE. And here's a look at some of the, this is the double axel, pardon me, arms. Upward lift her up with the free leg. Gets that element done right up into the laid back, which was in a level 3. So you can see the eyes and the lots of upper body movement, nice arm movements as well. Reaching out, covering more space. So not just skating, but dancing and performing to a higher level than many of the other skaters. A really nice, sharp, crisp ending. Nice, done. A good attempt on the triple Lutz, triple toe. Downgraded, unfortunately, but good start. There's Kelsey McNeil from Canada, actually. Former skater in Skate Canada system. Now coaching in Switzerland, doing a great job. Well, Nee's probably pretty happy with that performance, so she should be, although not perfectly clean, still at a pretty high standard. Performance was good, 44.71. That puts Serena currently in 4th place. Hoping for more, no question, but more is very close. Just got to get that triple toe loop clean.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Poland, Karolina Białas.
Well, Karolina is 17 years old, first junior Grand Prix event. Coached by Maria de Magala, skating to Crusoe by Buccelli.
dolce anche la morte. Guardo negli occhi la ragazza, quegli occhi verdi come il mare. Poi all'improvviso uscì dall'acqua e lui credette d'affogare.
Karolina Białas, reprezentantka Polski.
Well, I think that was a pretty good skate for Karolina. Most of the elements all accomplished. Had some nice step sequence. That step sequence into level 3, so that's nice. Some good quality, very patient, didn't rush anything. Let's take a look at some of the elements. And really did listen to the music throughout the program. Quite often young skaters will just go for the elements, and if they happen to hit the music, fine, but they're not paying attention to it really. There's the triple toe, double toe loop combination. No problem there, 5.57 total for that element. Here's the triple flip, a harder element. And although it's on the quarter, it's still done nicely. And look at the double axel here. Pushes herself up a little higher, a little tight on a curve, and right into the change combination spin, which is in a level 4 as well. The spins take a lot of energy. Look at grabbing the blade behind, pulling the blade towards your back. It takes strength. That right arm has got to pull that leg up as well. And that little hop coming out of that change combination spin, level 4. Nice. Yeah, good program. Pretty much what Karolina set out to do, she did. Sure program score 47.41. That'll put Karolina currently into 4th place. Seemed pretty happy with that score. Five skaters so far. Well, our next competitor comes from Canada, Catherine Carl, 18 years old, first junior Grand Prix event. Participated in the Winter Youth Olympic Games in 2020, 49.57 personal best in the short program, coached by Bruno Marcotte, choreographed by Lance Vipon. Skating to Palladio Concerto Grosso by for string orchestra.
Catherine Carl, Canada.
A pretty good job for Catherine today. Just stepped out of the, or did a 3-turn out of the triple combination and hand down on the triple flip. But overall, pretty nicely done. Certainly looked to relax during the step sequence and just enjoy the edges, and had a nice smile on her face. Seemed to take a calm approach. Here's the first triple total. Beautifully done. Clear across the ice on a lean on that takeoff, and just has to step out. Triple flip here, just a little too far forward on the landing. Right there, hand goes down, free leg comes back. And then just a bracket up into the double axel. Right off the end of the edge, no problem. Well, the layback spin only in at a level 1, so missing some features there. You can see the smile on her face here, just a little bit more calm and taking her time. Step sequence in at level 2. And the flying spin right at the end of the program in at a level 4 with a small plus GOE of 0.15. Personal best 49.57. Again, earning out of the Youth Winter Olympic Games. Will come close to that today.
Hello, Zoe.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad.
And Bruno Marcotte saying hello to his young daughter back home. Of course, Bruno married to Megan Duhamel, Canadian champion, world champion, pair skater with Eric Radford. Just starting a young family.
It's so nice having a panel to look at.
Catherine just said it's so nice to see a panel to look at. The judges, of course, back home having to skate pretty much in isolation and skating for a camera, perhaps for remote judging, but not a judging panel. So the nice step forward. Short program scores for Catherine Carl of Canada, 47.02. That'll put Catherine currently into 5th place.
Carl from Canada has earned in the short program 37.02 total points. She is currently in 5th place.
What's your components usually?
20?
Obywatelna reprezentantka Tajwanu. Next to skate, representing Chinese Taipei, Vera Xiaowei Zhong.
Well, Vera, 17 years old, first junior Grand Prix event, coached by Andrei Kuryakov. New to the junior Grand Prix circuit. So many skaters, first time out this season. And she'll skate to Blues for Clute by Eddie Lewis.
Vera Xiaowei Zhong, Taiwan.
Well, for Vera, certainly not the way she wanted to start that program, popping that triple loop into a single. You could see her really wind those shoulders up and just rip them apart and around, and opened her up. Didn't fold into rotation. And then a little mistake later on the double axel as well. Let's take a look. Watch, shoulders are all lined up in here and goes to open up, but starts the upper body a little bit too early and doesn't fold into rotation position in the air. Here's the double flip. There's no problem with that, of course. Nicely done. Good soft knees in the landing. And double axel, a little bit too far forward on the landing, and on a lean, hands go down. Change combination spin at the end of the program in level 4 for difficulty. That's good. Just a minus 0.06 for the GOE. Well, you know, for the most part, every skater can execute what they plan in their program. I won't say easily, but have done it many, many times. So anything less than that is always a little bit disappointing. That's the pressure of competition. That's a skill that you learn to overcome, because no matter how much time you practice or how good you are in practice, skating in competition is a different feeling. That's for sure. More questions come to mind, more doubt perhaps. Short program scores for Vera, 33.371. That will put Vera currently into 13th place.
Vera Xiaowei Zhong from Chinese Taipei has earned in the short program 33.71 total points. She is currently in 13th place.
How many people have gone? 15.
A my powitamy reprezentantkę Stanów Zjednoczonych. Next to skate, representing the United States of
Well, from the
America,
United States,
Claire
14-year-old Claire Seo, first Junior Grand Prix season's second event, third in Courchevel in week 1, bronze medal winner there. Coached by Tammy Gamble, 63.43, personal best out of that competition earlier this afternoon to Rain in Your Black Eyes by Ezio Basso.
Wystąpiła dla Państwa reprezentantka Stanów Zjednoczonych, Claire Seal.
Well, love Claire's intensity in that program. Her intention on every move. She paid attention to every choreographic move and every emotion, as well as performing the technically difficult elements. It's going to be probably a couple items, just 2 reviews here, but great overall performance. Total focus right at the beginning. And here's a look into the triple flip off the top of the program. No problem all the way around. Nice and clean edge call on that, so it was an outside edge as opposed to the inside. Nice split jump. Picking up some speed there into a bracket. Arms go back and free leg through, double axel, and into a little leg kick. So lots of transitions in and out of that element, adding to the difficulty, of course, to the power and the speed and the aggressiveness right into a Nina Bauer. Still picking up momentum and speed for this triple Lutz combination. Covering great ice here, up over the pick, all the way around, reloads, watch the landing. Little under on that. It is under rotated, not downgraded, that's good. And great work on the step sequence in another level 4. That's great, it's the second one. Sofia Kateva a little earlier got a level 4. Great upper body work with the turns. There's a loop right there. Really nicely done. Layback spin in at level 4 as well to finish the program. The 1.17 GOE. Should see a pretty good score for Claire. Well deserved. And watch right there. That's when you're committed, when you're in. You can see the heavy breathing, the arm, the intensity in the eyes. That's great. That's great performance. That brings the audience and the judges into your performance. That's that little extra that helps your GOE, helps your program component scores, all in the 7s for Claire. A little lower in the 7s, but all in the 7s. Let's take a look at the short program score, 62.19, and that'll put Claire Seal from the United States currently into 2nd place. Nice job. There's a look at your leaderboard, top 5 so far after 3 groups, pardon me. 2 more to come. There's group number 4, anxiously waiting to get on the ice. You can see the size of the boards there as they open up, the short track speed skating boards.
From Russia, Yelizaveta Kulikova. From Thailand, Atikan Ursila Pasart. From Poland, Noel Stroili. From Republic of Korea, Jia Shin.
And there's a look at the start order for group number 4 on the ice now.
And from Serbia, Ivona Klot. is 1 minute remaining in this warm-up. Skaters, your warm-up is over. Would you please leave the ice? Powitajmy reprezentantkę Rosji. On the ice, representing Russia.
Well, first skater in this group comes from Russia, Elizaveta Kulikova. 13 years old, coached by Sergei Davidov. 67.08, earning that in Krasnoyarsk. She'll want to up that right now. Needs a 72 to take the lead.
Jelizaveta Kulikova, Rosja.
Oh, what a wonderful young skater. Such a beautiful program. unfortunately goes down on the triple toe loop on the back end of that Lutz. It's so difficult to get out of that country to compete. They have high expectations of themselves, and look at the animation in the face, and they pays attention to the detail of the choreography. Here's the triple flip off the top of the program. So 3 turns into a mohawk, into the triple flip, no problem. Good extensions, leg kick, so transitions in and out of the elements. Some 1 foot work there. And right up leading into the double axel. So nice turns going into the double axel. Not a lot of height on that, but cleanly done. And some turns, some moves coming out of that as well. Let's take a look at what happens here. The triple Lutz looks straight right on top, reloads. Too far back out to the side as well on the toe loop. Can't hold it, can't get the free leg back. But here's some of the step sequence. This is in at a level 4. It's the 3rd level 4 step sequence we've seen. Great detail, great depth of edge, a nice loop there. Wow, nicely done. And the layback spin at the end, level 4 as well. And then the disappointment. High standards, very, very high standards in Russia, and so anything less than clean is always a bit disappointing for the skaters, for sure. And no triple axel, so we'll see. Second, it'll be tight, or 58 for 3rd. Let's take a look. Short program scores for Elizaveta Kulikova, 60.10. That'll put Elizaveta currently into 3rd place.
She's currently in 3rd place. Mamy powtórkę reprezentantkę Tajlandii. Next to skate, representing Thailand, Atikaran Oersila Pasart.
Atikaran is 14 years old. This is Atikaran's first Junior Grand Prix event, coached by Anthony Liu, Spencer Lee. New experience right now as Atikaran will skate to Evita.
Atikarn Uersila Pasarst, Thailandia.
Well, other than that odd fall in the double flip, most of the other elements accomplished as set out. 7 elements, 6 reviews, so certainly the technical panel's looking at all the detail. The first element, the double Lutz double loop. Let's take a look at the landing. Probably an inside edge takeoff, and gets around both jumps. That's a step out of the double loop, a little bit on a lean. Double axle, though, lifts way up in the air and looks to be on the quarter. We'll see. The double axle was given clean bill of health. There's the spread eagle. Ina Bauer into double flip. Let's see what leans outside the circle here and mispicks as well. Doesn't get up in the air. Timing of that pick was just not working with the jumping leg. Not enough height. Layback spin at the end of the program, level 3. The small plus GOE of 1.12. But other than the flip, pretty good job. New experience, 14-year-old Atikarn from Thailand. Well, with 7 elements to be reviewed, takes a little bit longer. Technical panel just finishing up on the last element, the layback spin, which was in at level 3. And that double flip was downgraded. The axle, double axle, was under rotated. And the layback stays in at a level 3. No personal bests for Atikarn right yet in the system. Well, all sorts of emotions for the skaters after their first skate on the Junior Grand Prix. I go back to that question I asked the skater from South Africa. Well, we'll carry on that a little bit later. Short program scores for Atikarn 28.42. That will put Atikarn currently into 16th place.
Atikarn Uersila Pasarst from Thailand has earned in the short program 28.42 total points. She is currently in 16th place.
Not so bad and not so good.
A my powitamy reprezentantkę Polski. Next to skate, representing Poland, Noel Strojli.
Noel, 14 years old, first Junior Grand Prix season, second event, 10th in week 1 in Courchevel, coached by Linda Van Troyen, 54.08 personal best this season. Skating, Stand By Me by Florence and the Machine.
When the night has come and the land is dark and the moon is the only light we'll see. No, I won't be afraid. Oh, I stand by me.
Noel Strojny, reprezentantka Polski.
Well, you can see right at the end of the program, Noelle speaking to herself, frustrated with that triple flip. The rest of the program was nicely done. And so close. Still mad at herself for missing that flip. And here's a look at the opening element. Triple Lutz, straight back up over the pick. Nice, hands over the head. Quick rotation, straight and tight. Great. Into the double toe loop. Nice. Double axel. Good speed off the end of the edge. Good ice coverage. Good extension on the landing. Nicely done. All positive GOEs. Right up into the layback. Great stretch turned out of that free leg. Side position to the back. Four features met. Really nice spin. Positive GOE of 0.81. Here's the flip. Let's take a look what happens. Too far back in the heel. Can't get the free leg back. You go back too far in the heel, that free leg sticks out in front, and you need it behind you in order to stabilize. It's a nice little split jump right into the change combination spin at the end of the program. Nice camel. Beautiful stretch back. Free leg. Good positive GOE as well. So level 4 element, positive GOE adding up to 4.38 for that last spin. Short program score for Noelle, 49.25. That'll put Noelle currently into 5th place.
Noel Strojny from Poland has earned in the short program 49.25 total points. She is currently in 5th place.
Well, the next competitor comes from Korea, Jia Shin, coached by Bitna Park, Yeon-Ju Lee. He's 13 years old, first Junior Grand Prix event. We'll see how this young woman, full of skill, handles the moment, skating to La Boheme. Wow, how delightful was that? What a beautiful program. Jia Shin of Korea. Another level 4 step sequence. That's amazing. 4 in one event in juniors. Have not seen that. I don't remember having seen at least 4 of them in an event in the past 7 years. So great work and detail spent, time spent on the detail for these young women. Once they get the jumps done, the technical elements, they spend a little bit more time and patience in executing all the turns and the moves, the steps required in that step sequence. Here's triple flip. Some nice turns leading up into a straight and strong rotation in the landing. A 3-turn leg lift. Again, transitions in and out. Here's the double axel. Good lift off the end there. It looks like it has potential for triple. And this triple less triple total. Watch how patient. Right here, waits, then puts the pick in. Once that free leg gets all the way back. Good patience by Jia on that. And here's some of the steps. You'll see the coach in the background. I wonder if she's talking to her. Don't know, but it's a nice work. The coach looking at plus 0.81 GOE. Nice job by Jia Chin from Korea. Charming. Personal best 55.82. I think she'll destroy that score here today. She needs a 60.11 for third, a 62.20 for second, and a 71 for first. That probably won't happen short of triple axel, but let's take a look at the scores right now. There it is, season's best, 67.28. That's a great score. That'll put Jia Shin of Korea into second place. Nice job. Here's the look at your top 5 skaters so far in the event.
She's currently in second place. Powitamy reprezentantkę Litwy. Next to skate, representing Lithuania, Selina Kaneda.
Well, 16-year-old Selina Kaneda from Lithuania, second junior Grand Prix season, coached by Dmitry Kozlov. 38.76, earning that 3 years ago in 2018 on the Junior Grand Prix, so it's been a while. And looking to improve that score here right now this afternoon.
Celina Kaneda, Litva.
Well, I think Selena will be pretty happy with that performance. Certainly the loop will probably be under-rotated, but stood up. A couple years since she's been on the Junior Grand Prix, so let's take a look. Here's the double flip, no problem here. Here's the triple loop. Straight down, straight up, a little slow in the air. You can see the free leg wrapped around a little bit. That slows the rotation. Let's take a look at the feet. Yeah, the feet never really get tucked together, so that means the rotation is going to go a little slower, and there is an under rotation on the triple loop. Double axel, no problem there. It gets all the way around. That's good. And a little switch for that final pose towards the judges.
Ivona Claude, Serbia.
Well, for Ivona, you'll see in the step sequence a different level of skating at this stage. Probably doesn't have the same amount of time on the ice as many of the other skaters. A level 1 for the step sequence, so not the depth of edge and the turns that are needed and quality of edges. But here's the opening element, the double axel. Good job, gets all the way around, no problem. And here's the double Lutz, double toe loop, hands above the head, gets the free leg back. gets her leg back as well to stabilize that landing on the double toe. So good job. Just double doubles, but that's okay. That's the stage of development. That was a mispick, mistiming on the takeoff. Popped it out into a single. Not even a single, actually. Not according to requirements. And step sequence here, this is just in a level 1, so not many of the features accomplished in that. And then the change combination has been at the end of the program, level 3. They're in the kiss and cry. Peter Guter, also coach of Stefan Lambiel for a period of time. Great Swiss skater. Now great coach also in Switzerland. From one generation to the next. Let's take a look at the short program scores for Ivana Klut from Serbia. 30.94. And that will put Ivana currently into 19th place.
Ivana Klut from Serbia has earned in the short program 30.94 total points. She's currently in 19th place.
Well, here's a look at the standings so far. Sofia Akiteva of Russia, 71.91. Jia Shin from Korea, 67.28. And Claire Seal from the United States, 62.19. Your top 3. 6 skaters to come. And there is a look at the rest of the field. Okay, we're going to take a short break during the ice resurfacing. We're going to send you back to the ISU Center of Excellence for Elements Explained. You're going to take a look at the choreographic sequence and the death drop. Enjoy.
Hello, I'm Fang Dan from the ISU Beijing Center of Excellence. I'm the ISU Judge and International Singles Technical Controller. Today, we are learning the cross sequence. The cross sequence is a required element for the figure skating in singles figure skating program in all international senior competitions. A cross sequence consists of any kind of movement, like steps, turns, spirals, Arabesques, spread eagles, inner bowers, hydroblading, any jumps with maximum of 2 revolutions, spins. The pattern is not restricted, but the sequence must be clear visible. And if you want to earn the highest points possible during cross sequence, you should have originality and creativity. The elements should match the music and reflect the concept, character of the program. And your performance must be effortless throughout the entire sequence, with good energy, execution, and flow, and demonstrate control of the whole body. Now let's see the skater's demonstration. That's all for today. See you next time. Bye-bye.
Welcome to the ISU Center of Excellence. My name is Julie Berlin, and I'm from the Detroit Skating Club in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan. Today, I have my skater, Amelia, demonstrating a death drop. practicing this element, we need to see a nice arc of lift through the left leg with a big kick behind, following by the right kick as well before you come down into a sit position within 2 turns. On the death drop flying spin, we like to see a nice arc in the frontal hook entry. And to achieve that, you have to have good power from the left leg and explode up into a flat position, left leg and then right leg, so that your whole body is almost facing down. Therefore, that's how we get the name the death drop. The goal is to land this sit spin within 2 turns into a nice tight sit spin, and hopefully achieve some additional features if you're in the more advanced level, which could achieve up to a level 4. Once you've achieved this difficult flying entry, your next step would be to try to add features to make it a higher level spin. Another option for the death drop is to use it as an entry into a combination spin, which would then be counted as an additional feature to work towards level 1, 2, 3, or 4. And how to use it in competition to improve your score. I hope this has been helpful. I wish you the best of luck in your training and to enjoy figure skating as much as we do.
Welcome back, everyone, to Gdansk, Poland, the Baltic Sea. Beautiful, beautiful old town here. A little waffle making, enjoyed by our team. They always like going out and shoot the scenics, get some good food as well. There's a look at the arena, the Olivia Arena, host to this event, built in the early 1970s. So it's a little bit of an older building, a little cold and damp, but you can see here the boards, the short track speed skating boards have been in here for a number of weeks now, having this building host the European. Just kept them in for the local figure skating group and the speed skating clubs here as well. Final group of young women about to take to the ice, 28 in total, the final 6.
The following skaters may now take the ice for a 6 minutes warm-up time. From Austria, Emily Sari. From Cyprus, Stefania Yakovleva. From Israel, Elizabeth Gervitz.
There's a look at the start order for this group as they're announced.
From Ukraine, Taisia Spetsivtseva. And from Kyrgyzstan, Sofia Shubina.
Well, I had a number of questions come in on Instagram. One question, does body shape actually affect the bigness of jumps, like genetic factors such as height and weight and whatnot? Oh, for sure it does, but I would say more than that would be the quickness, the fast twitch or slow twitch muscles. If you are a slow twitch, it's really hard to get quickly off the ice and quickly into rotation position. And if you're fast twitch, it's going to be a lot easier. And some people may have maybe taller or larger or whatever the case may be. If you've got fast twitch, you're able to react very quickly. Many physical features, of course, can affect, but they can be overcome as well. Another question, do you think that we could ever see a Junior Grand Prix in Australia? There's actually been, I think, 2 Junior Grand Prix in Australia. Certainly we went to one in. Love to see more Aussie skaters on the Junior Grand Prix. That was a great building. That was the first time we ever saw Alexandra Trusova. And she was just 13 years of age, and she tried the quad Salchow in that program, and did a nice interview with her after. That was her first time out internationally in Brisbane. Greetings from Denmark. What's the hardest part of commentating figure skating? That's a really good question. Well, you know, the challenge is you're just one speaker and you've got all these listeners, and so you would like to be able to please everyone and answer all the questions and say what's on their mind. There you can send me a question. Check the Instagram stories at ISU Figure Skating. And so probably the hardest part is to combine honesty with what we've seen, but support the athlete. That's my main priority. Help them through the challenging times, celebrate the great times, and not making mistakes with name pronunciations. I fail miserably at that. Try all the time, of course. So I don't know. Try to keep everybody happy, I suppose. It's just like that in life. What inspired you to become a figure skating commentator? Well, actually, was not inspiration. I was doing some work for the ISU with our producer for streaming and for television, and so we thought, hey, we need a commentator. We asked for a commentator. They said no more budget. So so I started to just introduce the skater, just to try to introduce him in a nice way, and then we started to develop it from there. So it was never an intent to do it for myself. It was an intent to try to improve our product, and from there it just started to grow. So it was just kind of a by chance. What inspired you to become a figure skating commentator? I guess that was the same question there. Yeah, congratulations on our 100,000 subscriptions to YouTube. Thank you very much to all the fans that did it. That's for sure. We greatly appreciate it. We're very pleased that we were able to reach that level. And there's a look at the standings so far after 4 groups. A question, have I been skating in my past? Yes, I was a male skater at the World Championships back in the 70s, so that was the dark ages. I don't even think it was color TV in those days. I think it was, actually. So I was a skater and a coach for 25 to 30 years, and working for organizations, Skate Canada, of course, in British Columbia, and the ISU. So done a lot of different things. Been an interesting life. You can follow us at Facebook and on Instagram at ISU Figure Skating, YouTube at ISU Junior Grand Prix, and on Twitter at ISU_figure. Keep those questions coming. Some of them are tough to answer. Well, how do judges' grades come out so fast? They're really good at it. It wasn't like that always in the beginning, but they're able to calculate immediately, input their scores. Refine those scores during the judging process after the program. So what you'll see in the upper left-hand corner is the running score of what the judges are doing right at the moment, but that could change when they review, if they're reviewing some elements after the program. So pay attention to that. And here we go, final group.
Powitajmy reprezentantkę Austrii.
Well, the next competitor comes from Austria, 18 years old, first Junior Grand Prix event, born in Rochester in the United States, coached by Kirsten Frank, Lindsay Weber Monroe. Skating the short program here this afternoon to Orange Colored Sky.
I was walking along, minding my business, when out of an orange-colored sky, flash, bam, alakazam, wonderful you came by. I was humming a tune, drinking in sunshine, when out of that orange-colored view, wham, bam, alakazam, I got a look at you. One look and I yelled timber, watch out for flying glass, 'cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out. I went into a spin and I started to shout up and hit, this is it, this is it. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came
reprezentantka Austrii.
Well, that was a nice program by Emily. Cheerful and charming music. Lots of positive energy. Nice jump combination, a little forward on the triple flip, but other than that, pretty good performance. Here's the triple Lutz, nice and straight, right up over top of her skates of both the Lutz landing and the toe loop. This triple flip dips that right shoulder down on that 3-turn, gets on a lean on the takeoff, manages to keep the feet underneath her. That's good. Just has to do a step out. That'll cost a few points. Here's the double axe a little bit later. Big arms pulling back and coming through, lifting her up into the air, and there's some nice steps right in front of the judging panel. Step sequence in at a level 2, so missing a couple of the features of the steps. And change combination at the end of the program in at level 4, all 4 features caught there, so nicely done. Yeah, I think talking about that flip takeoff, dipping that shoulder down. Yeah. Emily said she's happy with it. That's good. Here are the scores for Emily Sari from Austria. Short program score 43.95. That'll put Emily into 12th place.
Emily Sari from Austria has earned in the short program 43.95 total points. She is currently in 12th place. Powitajmy reprezentantkę Cypru. Next to skate, representing Cyprus, Stefania Yakovleva.
14-year-old Stefania Yakovleva from Cyprus spends most of the time in St. Petersburg, Russia, training, skating the short program here this afternoon. To Lesena by Ennio Morricone.
Ты
Stefania Yakovleva, Cypr.
Well, I love the aggressiveness of Stefania all the way through the program, accelerating on each step. Lots of movement in her upper body, which which is difficult from a timing perspective, but always aggressive and pushing forward. Let's take a look at some of the elements. Here's the triple loop. Good speed lined up on the right leg, straight up in the air. Looks to have it. The free leg gets too far around the corner to put the pick in. Puts her on an angle going up into the toe loop. Unfortunately, has to go down. Here's the double flip, no problem. Nice straight back, soft knees on the landing, really good. And double axels, couple 3 turns, change of direction right up into the double axel, no problem. And then the flying change, or the flying sit spin at the end of the program in at a level 3, missing one of the features there. Aggressive skater, needs a little bit more strength in the core for body to keep that, although nice posture though. But making sure that when you're going into the jumps, you've got a good, strong, firm body core so everything can rotate easily.
The score speaks. Zawodniczka uzyskała za przejazd 40 punktów i 80 centów.
40.80 for Stefania. That will put her currently into 14th position.
She's currently in 14th place. A przed Państwem reprezentantka Izraela. Next to skate, representing Israel, Elizabeth Gerwitz.
Well, Elizabeth is 15 years old, first Junior Grand Prix event. Another newcomer to the Junior Grand Prix circuit. Skating to music from Tempest by Beethoven.
Elizabeth Gerwitz, Israel.
There are 1,000 miles from comfort. We have traveled land and sea. But as long as you are with me, there's no place I'd rather be. I would away forever, exalted in the sea.
Here's a look at the double axle a little bit later in the program. Great speed on that takeoff. Too far forward on the landing, lost a lot of speed. Want to carry the speed on the takeoff, through the air, and on the landing. Change combination has been just in level 1 at the end of the program. There were 7 elements, of course, and 5 reviews, so some details looked at by the technical panel. And there you see a nice personality in the kiss and cry. It's so interesting with these young people, young skaters, that have maybe a really beautiful piece of music, but it's hard for them to connect their personality with it because they're just learning and concentrating, focusing on the skills, jumps and spins, of course. And some skaters that are just, they love performing, that's their main priority. Forget about the jumps and spins, they're connected to the music right away, early on in their career. And some it takes years to do that once they've mastered this jumps and spins and all the other details that need to be worked on. This was a good piece of music and some good choreography. Not too connected for Elizabeth in the program yet. That will come in time. But the big goal for most of the skaters is get the jumps done as designed. They're the elements that have the most risk, pay the highest dividends, of course. It takes you a long time to learn that all the details matter for points. Did the triple flip was under rotated. And let's take a look at the short program scores. 36.35, and that will put Elizabeth into 18th place.
She's currently in 18th place. Next to skate, representing United States of America.
Well, from the United States, 13-year-old Mia Kalin. First Junior Grand Prix season, second event, 7th in Kosice just a few weeks back, coached by Vadim Shebeko. 49.10 personal bests this season in the short program, skating to Waltz of the Flowers by Tchaikovsky.
Stany Zjednoczone.
Well, lovely on-ice presence by Mia Kalin from the United States. Beautiful posture. Wonderful use of the arms. Timing with the music. Very nice. And the jumps executed, no problem. Maybe a little bit more power and speed as Mia grows and gains some strength. Here's the triple Lutz. Not a lot of speed going in. Kind of low, but gets all the way around, no problem. Gets a little higher in the triple toe loop to clear that. Absolutely clean. Triple Lutz, triple toe. Nicely done. This leg hold with the bracket, stepping up into the double axel. Nice lift on that as well. Beautiful turned out toe, stretch free leg and arms. Very elegant all the way through, in and out of the jumps. Here's the triple flip a little bit later in the program. No problem. But in time, moving to senior, you're going to want to make that all bigger, faster, cover more ice, take more space. And there's some nice moves into the flying sit spin level 4. Pardon me, flying sit spin level 2 only at the moment. Just being reviewed now. And the layback spin at the end in a level 4 with a plus GOE 0.63. A nice clean performance, only 3 reviews out of 7 elements, and you know when there's very few reviews, everything, the skater has presented everything to the judges and the technical panel very clear and very clean. Well, her personal best was 49.10. She should beat that by a lot here this afternoon. That was in her first Junior Grand Prix a little earlier this season in Kosice. She was 7th in that event, but should see a much better score here this afternoon. There it is, season's best, 58.83, and that'll put Mia currently into 5th place. Hard to read the expression on that. Not probably that happy with that score either. There's a look at your top 5 so far. Well, our next skater comes from Ukraine, Tezia, 15 years old, first Junior Grand Prix event, born in Kharkiv, Ukraine, coached by Marina Amerikanova. And skating the short program to music from Edith Piaf.
Sous le ciel de Paris s'envole une chanson. Elle est née d'aujourd'hui dans le cœur d'un garçon. Sous le ciel de Paris marchent des amoureux. Leur bonheur se construit sur un air fait pour eux. Sous le pont de philosophe assis, de musiciens, quelques badauds, puis des gens par milliers. Sous le ciel de Paris jusqu'au soir vont chanter l'hymne d'un peuple épris de sa vieille cité, près de Notre-Dame. Parfois couvre un drame, oui mais à Paname, tout peut s'arranger. Quelques rayons du ciel d'été, l'accordéon d'un marinier, l'espoir fleurit au ciel de Paris. Et le ciel de Paris a son secret secret pour lui. Depuis 20 siècles, il était pris de notre île Saint-Louis. Quand elle lui sourit, il met son habit bleu. Quand il pleut sur Paris, c'est qu'il est malheureux. Quand il est trop jaloux de ses millions d'amants, il fait gronder sur eux son tonnerre éclatant. Mais le ciel de Paris n'est pas longtemps cruel. Pour se faire pardonner, il offre un arc-en-ciel.
Taisia Spesivceva, Ukraina.
Well, let's look at some of the elements for Taisia. Nice easy double flip off the top of the program. Good speed in and out of the element. Soft knees in the landings. Beautiful. Triple Salchow, though, watch the upper body. Gets outside the circle. Right there, leans out the other way. And over rotates with the upper body. Can't get the free leg out to stabilize it. Here's the double axel. Look to have it right here. And then slips off the edge. Just didn't allow the upper body to move with the skate. Upper body stayed forward. Gets right up into the flying sit spin. Nicely centered. There's the forward outside edge. Beautiful adjustment of weight to shift directions. And that flying sit spin in at level 4. Really nice, even after that fall. Change combination spin at the end of the program, level 4. Too bad about the double axel. It looked pretty good. Triple Sal combination might be, the first triples that are coming into the international competitions for this young woman. But that double axel usually probably landed all the time, no problem. Just slipped off the edge.
Scores, please. Zawodniczka uzyskała za swój przejazd 35 punktów i 44 serca.
35.44 for Taisia. That will put her currently into 21st place.
In the short program, 35.44 total points. She's currently in 21st place.
Our final competitor of the women's event, number 28.
Our final competitor from Kyrgyzstan.
From Kyrgyzstan, 14-year-old Sofia Shubina. First Junior Grand Prix event. Final skater will skate the short program here this afternoon to Hava Nagila.
Sofia Shubina, Kyrgyzstan.
Well, other than the popped double axel into a single, that was a pretty good program. Good energy throughout. The rest of it was nicely done, just with doubles. That's fine. That's the stage of development, the stage that Sofia's at. Watch right here. Winds that big, tight takeoff edge and just does not convert over. The free leg ride up a little bit. It's called a wrap and slows the rotation down, but not a problem for a double, more of a problem for a triple. Here's the double flip. Nicely done. Right into flying sit spin. This is in level 3, so just getting 3 of the 4 features. The fly, the change of position, and that would be it. And then the layback spin only at level 1, so didn't achieve 3 of the features in the layback, a little bit late getting into that element. Short program score, so for Sofia Shubina, 30.88, and that will put Sofia currently in the 25th position.
Sofia Shubina from Kyrgyzstan has earned in the short program 30.88 total points. She is currently in 25th place.
And let's take a look at the final standings.
Nastąpi teraz przerwa do godziny 15:45.
There's Sofia, Gia, and Claire, all the top 3, and look at the rest of the field for the women's short program.
Restauracje, można z nich skorzystać, napić się czegoś ciepłego i powrócić do nas w dobrym humorze. Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes Junior Women's Short Program. I would like to thank all the skaters and the officials. Now we will have a break for ice resurfacing and we start Junior Pairs Short Program at 3:45. Thank you.
And here's a look at the rest of the schedule. We'll move on to the pair short program at 15:45 local time here in Gdansk, and then the men's short program a little later this evening at 17:20. Tomorrow's schedule will take us to the rhythm dance. Start the day at 11:45 in the morning, then we'll move on to the pairs free program at 14:20. Finish out the day with the women's free program at 1600 hours. Then on Saturday, the men's free skate goes at 11:45. The free dance will go at 15:30. And our final week on the Junior Grand Prix will be in Linz, Austria, October 7th to 9th. Don't forget, Osaka, Japan will host the Junior and Senior Grand Prix final December 10th to 12th. Well, that concludes our coverage of the women's short program here in Gdansk. For all of us here at the ISU and Red Brick Sports, I'm Ted Barton. Thank you for watching.
Thank